the dupes and fakes epidemic. Dupes are illegal. They are a strong look-alike or smell-alike, highly suggesting that they are as good as or sometimes even better than their brand name counterpart, but they still have a different name. Fakes and counterfeits are illegal, pretending to be something they're not, either trying to deceive you or you know what you're buying and, you just don't care. Everyone knows that dupes and counterfeit exist, but it used to be a time when it was a little harder to get them. Now, 5 minutes walk from my place, they sell all the dupes of most popular fragrances. Proudly advertise it as well in a government post office shop. This place I found 20 minutes metro ride from my place, counterfeit. Belts, caps, wallets, sneakers, t-shirt, everything you're looking for, and only 200 meters from where the real brands are sold. They're not even trying to hide it anymore. Listen, I come from a time where if you would buy anything fake, you would carry that secret to your grave. Now people are proudly showing off the fakes that they pick up. They do like big shopping haul, they show how to navigate the websites before they get taken down, buy in bulk so they can save on shipping and reselling to their friends and family. I know, it's nothing new, but again, it used to be a secret. Now, upon falling into this rabbit hole of mine, there's 5 things that I wanted to yap about. And of course, this is all in my humble opinion. You do you. There's absolutely no judgment here, just conversation. And please do share your opinion on the matter. I always love reading what you have to say. Number 1, why greed made dupes and fakes more popular than ever. There was a time not too long ago, believe it or not, that you could think to yourself, one day I'll get that designer bag that I really want. It was feasible to save up the money for it without selling a kidney. Now, not so much. The designer brands and their greed priced out the aspirational customer. Maybe they thought this would work. They would just double the prices and people were just gonna keep paying. Mind you, for the same thing. It's not better quality, it's not different. It's the same. But as the numbers have been showing lately, they were completely wrong. The resellers market rising their prices even more. Sneakers, watches, designer bags. They got so fucking greedy, they arguably killed their own businesses. Especially sneakers. They seems to have taken the biggest hit in this whole resellers market thing. So the dupes and fakes companies, they just doubled down promoting the hell out of their businesses on TikTok, and it worked pretty damn good if you ask me. And I also watched a video that I thought was pretty interesting. It was about Hermes, the Birkin bag. This bag was so aspirational for a lot of people. You would have to spend so much money just to be given the right to purchase one. Same game that the Rolex 80s are playing right now. And the reason why they do that is because they want to control who wears the brand, who represents the brand, and also sell you a bunch of shit that nobody wants. So because of the waiting list, the gray market picked up. Then the prices rose even higher. Consequently, the dupes and fakes picked up as well. And now the super fakes are even duping the professionals that work in these high-end stores. I mean, there's always gonna be a dupe and fakes market. It's unavoidable. And there's always have been one and there will always be one. But I would argue that the rise of it in the past years, greed is one of the main reasons why. Number 2, who is this for? Who buys dupes and why? Well, you have the person that wants to belong, that wants to look apart from other people, that wants to be part of the higher society. But if everybody buys dupes and fakes because they want to look rich, they want to look apart from other people, nobody looks apart anymore. It's just a big fake fashion show with everybody smelling the same. You have the trend chasers as well. They're the ones that wants to change their clothes every seasons, every new trends, and they don't want to pay the price tag of the real thing, but they still want the look of the real thing. And I know a guy that does that. One of his main arguments is that he's saving money, but I would argue that you're not saving as much, but we'll touch on that very soon. You also have the one that wants to rebel against the conglomerate, against the big designer brands, giving them the middle finger is saying, see, I got the same design for 1/10 of the price. But it's a lookalike. The product is shit. And if you think that the companies making the dupes and the fakes are not as bad as the others, think again. they're not your friends. They're most likely making the same profits margin, if not more, than the designer brands. They're just selling you a crappier, cheaper produced item. You have the low self-esteem customer, the person that thinks that looking a certain way is gonna make them more accepted, which is sad really. And if it's your case, please quickly realize that these things, fake or real, are not gonna change your life whatsoever. They can be fun to have, it's nice to have nice things, but it's not gonna change your life. And if you really aspire to get these things, the fake will never replace the feeling of the real thing. Whatever happened to working hard for something and really cherish the fruit of that accomplishment? Being proud of what you have and how you got it. It's not even about owning something you like anymore. It's about having what you can't have to look like the rich. It's about how many things you have, not the quality of those things. And when they get bored, to dispose of it and move on to the next thing. That's why I say, number 3, you're not saving money buying dupes and fakes. You might think that you're saving money, but I would argue that you're not, because you just end up buying more stuff. Because it's so inexpensive to buy dupes and fake, most people that I know anyway buy more because they have the feeling that they're saving money on each purchase. You're not saving money, you're just buying more crap that have a very short lifespan. And at the end of the day, I say if you save up money, buy the quality version of that thing that you want, it would make you happier, make you take care of it better, consequently last you longer. Now, to say that all real luxury is better quality would be a lie of an unfathomable magnitude. However, some luxuries are actually worth paying the price. And usually dupes and fakes are horrible quality. And as for dupe perfumes, I'm pretty sure you can figure out which one this is supposed to be duping. The bottle is shit. Every component of this thing is shit. If you've never smelled the real Tom Ford, actually the smell is pleasant. But this is not Tobacco Vanille from Tom Ford. It's just not, no. But the thing with those is, as much as I know, the ones I've tried, they don't perform well, they don't smell long, so you're gonna end up spraying more of it. Hence, you will just end up buying more. Also, how many people buy the dupes or the fake and just end up buying the real thing because every time they look at it, they're reminded that it's not the real thing. Now, number 4, the reasons why you should not buy dupes and fakes. Well, they are ripping off good brands that are trying to make cool original designs. They are bad for the environment, and I know all the fashion industry is bad for the environment. But buying cheap dupes and fakes ends up much faster in the landfill, added on top of everything else. There's absolutely no resale value whatsoever unless you're trying to scam someone. So it is a 100% loss. If you would have the real counterpart, you could get a little bit of money back. Another great one, they exploit people. Listen, in order to make these things that cheap, they need to cut corners. And if they do in fact use good materials, amazing quality build like Quince pretends to, for example, which they don't, it has been proven by now. But where they're gonna cut corners is gonna be in the production costs. And the unfortunate truth is, underpaying labor is what's gonna get you that really cheap price. Obviously, I'm not saying that the designer brands don't exploit people. But as we saw in recent years, the governments are trying to tighten the screw on them. So there's a certain control with those designer brands. With the dupes and fakes companies, they do what the they want. They don't care. Another one is that it's perpetuating the overconsumption addiction. If you have 80 bottles of dupe fragrances and 20 fake designer bags, you're not saving money. You have a problem. Another one that we don't think about because we say, oh, it's fake. It could be as dangerous as wearing the real thing. Let's say you're rocking a fake Submariner. You still could get mugged for that watch. Thief won't know if that thing is real or not until later when they grabbed it from you. And in the meantime, you just got beat up for a fake thing. Not that getting beat up for the real thing is any better. You have to be careful in what environment you wear these things. Look at these. Look at these chrome hearts framed. These are worth new $4 $4,000. I borrowed these from my nephew. They are fake, and he has no problem telling people that they are fake when they ask him. And that's where the difference lies. Usually people don't ask, they insinuate, they assume. You're lucky if they assume that they're fake. But if they assume they're real and they decide that they want them, it might attract the kind of attention that you don't really want. Now, number 5. 3 reasons that makes it acceptable to buy dupes. First thing first, there can be a logo. It can look alike, it can smell alike, but it has to have a different name. An homage, as they like to call it. Although a lot of people don't agree with the homage thing as well. Very divided on the internet. Some companies are allowed to make homages, but others they're not allowed. It's a really pick and choose game. But with the fake designer accessories, clothes, even bags, there's a logo on it. There's a name attached to it that people recognizes, and it's supposed to signal something. And you can't really say that you don't care about what it signals, because if you really did not care, you would not be wearing fakes. Reason number 2, to try out if you like it. Perfume, I get it. These things are really expensive. This is 100 ml and it would cost $15 Canadian. The 50 ml by Tom Ford, $390 plus tax. So maybe you don't want to commit to it. You want to see how you're gonna like the smell. I can understand it, especially if you're a teen, you're going to school, or you have a minimum salary job. Getting a dupe could be a good avenue. Although what I suggest is, when you go smell the perfume and you're being nice to the people that are selling the perfume, you can ask for little samples like this and they will gladly give it to you. I'm sampling 4 new fragrances. I'm a little bit addicted right now. I need to stop that. Also, I say it's not about the quantity, but it's about the quality. You can have travel size little bottles like this. This one is Humbre leather. I think it was like $90 for 10 ml. It's still expensive, but it's not as expensive as buying the full bottle, and you're getting quality juice in it. So you really know if you're liking the real thing. And then you could buy a dupe and compare if you like it. And also with dupe fragrances, it's not like you're trying to be someone you're not, trying to LARP as the internet calls it. No one knows what you're wearing. No one knows what it is trying to smell like. And to be honest, no one really cares. Perfumes don't attract compliments. They don't attract questions as much as designer bags, designer clothes, and the like. I thought I had one more, but I completely forgot, or I didn't. Well, if you think of any other reason why it would be acceptable to buy dupes, please share in the comments. I think if you want to stand out, to be original, figure out your own identity, your own style. Be curious, don't follow the herd, don't follow the trends to buy dupes of already popular things, because everybody end up looking and smelling the same. Not to say that you cannot incorporate some of the trendier things in your collection, like for example, the LV Weekender, the brown and beige one. I absolutely love that bag, and for many years. The color palette, what it represents in the history of fashion, even though I think they completely lost the plot in making shit now. Would I buy a fake one? Never. Would I pay over $2,000 for a wax canvas duffel bag? Absolutely not. But vintage one, when I find one, I'll probably indulge. Please let me know what you think about the subject. What is your opinion about dupes and fakes? If you like it, if you buy them, and if you have references of good perfumes, please let us know in the comment section. And I'll most likely will do a part 2 with your comments, because I really like this topic. I find it really interesting. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time, and I'll be watching you. You'll be watching me in the next one.